Boom, Tony Robbins, that thing that used to be a should and now is a must. Tony Robbins, you guys, it doesn't get any better than that. You can pick up any book by Tony Robbins and improve your life. If you're an entrepreneur, though, or, getting started, or if you're not and you want to become one, this is a book. He has another one called Unlimited Power. But this book, Awaken the Giant Within, I mean, I'm telling you, like just the title alone. And yeah, it's really thick. And that's good because you're not going to want it to end. This book is just going to awaken that inner spirit, that fire, that drive inside of you. And man, this book just turned me on. It just cranked it up. I was just barely young. I was very young in my entrepreneur career, getting started, building businesses, 23, 24 years old. And someone told me to read this book. I read it. And then I got the audio. And I remember literally, I remember listening to the audio program as I was doing my first 50-mile ultra marathon. And this was when iPods, the battery only lasted like 3 or 4 hours. So I had to wait. I mean, I couldn't use the iPod for the beginning of the run because it was like an 11-hour run, right? 12-hour run. So, well, 10 and a half. The goal is to get it under 11. And so I left my iPod with this audiobook on it at mile 32 at the drop bag because I knew at mile 32 I was going to be tired, second half of the race, going up this big freaking mountain, the other side of the mountain. And I put this audio in, and I'm like, everyone else is listening to music, and they're on iPads, you know what I mean? There's only like 70 of us in this race anyway. And anyways, long story short, I'm going up this mountain, like on my hands and knees, crawling up this mountain, listening to Tony Robbins. He's like, make a decision. And I'm like, oh, crying like make a decision, And he's like, don't look back. You can't go back. You got to commit. You got to move forward. And I'm like, oh, I'm committed. Crying, literally crying, going up this mountain. Mile 32 to 35 up this mountain. And then obviously finished my first 50-mile ultra marathon. Qualified for Western States under 11 hours. 10 hours and... 10 hours and 20 minutes, something like that. My first 50-mile ultra marathon. But I listened to Tony Robbins. He fired me up and got me through it. And I'm telling you, if you guys listen to Tony Robbins, read Tony Robbins, he'll get you through a 50-mile ultra marathon.